Time to go. Guys, what did we talk about last time we were here? Does anybody remember? What? We talked about domain and range. We talked about something else, started with an F, not a curse word. Functions. It's written on top of the sheet of paper I just handed you. Damn. Man, oh boy. It's a good thing I didn't like go with you guys remembering stuff from Friday. Functions. What are functions? They pass the what? Yeah. Yeah. When you pass the vertical line test, it means there are no repeating x values. It only matters for the x values. That's what the vertical line test essentially does. No repeating x values. So if there are no repeating x values, it's a function. And we talked about practical applications of functions, didn't we? Computers are programmed with functions. You give it a question, it gives you back one answer. That's a function. One question. Okay, one question. So let's talk. List the domain and range of each function below. Explain why the function is or is not a function. We're not going to really list the domain and range. You guys are good at that. Domain are which values? Okay. Domain are the x values. The range is the which. Good. We're not going to waste time doing the domains and ranges, but we are going to see, we're going to look at these and decide if this is a function or not. Like take A. Is A a function? No, because what repeats? Purple is repeating. It's not a function. Not a function. It's that easy. Not a function. Is B a function? Yes. Yes or no? I'm sorry. Yes. It's a function. Whoops. You know what? Instead of writing yes, I'm just going to write function. Nope, nothing repeats. Nothing repeats. No x values repeat, I'm sorry. How about C? I mean, tell me why. There are two nines. Look at that. That's so shady. So shady. Not a function. Oops. I should do it in a green is good, red is bad. Yeah. Not a function. But I'm doing this in case anybody watches it later or is absent, like Ulda. She can watch. Okay, and what about that last one? And Joe. Ulda and Joe. So yeah, that is a function or it's not a function? Oh, nice. It is a function. Yeah, this guy right here is a function. We got to talk about a few random things. This is extremely rare, but it does come up. A function is onto. Onto. If every element in the range is the image of at least one element in the domain. In other words, if there are elements in the range that do not correspond to any elements in the domain, the function is not onto. Onto means everybody in this second category over here gets covered by at least somebody. It's onto. Nobody gets left out. There's always, everybody has a pair. Like take a look. Is A onto? Yes or no? No. Because 17, not onto. It's not onto. How about B? Yes. Okay. How about C? How about D?
But I don't understand why there would even be a 3 if no one.
What's up?
I don't understand why we can't put like a 3 if no one thought it.
What if we didn't put a 3? I don't get what you're saying. Oh, why even mark it down?
Yeah. Like why is there 17?
We're just showing you some pictures. You're just trying to get some vocab down, to be honest with you. Yeah. We already did this. You guys are so smart that I was able to go ahead. We talked about the vertical line test, right? Everybody understand the vertical line test? Good. Then we're going to practice some problems. What's up? Jermel, let's practice once. Once, all right? We got plenty of time. Take a look. Is this a function?
Yeah.
I'm sweeping my hand through. Yeah, it's only hitting once. It's only hitting once. This is definitely a function. Now let's go to this other one, right? Take a look. I mean, at that spot right there, it hits here, 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 and here. So it's not a function. That's it. That's it. And if you want to think about it from what we just learned, right? To pass the vertical line test, see how it hits at all these spots? Like, let me go down to, oh, look at that. They already have a dotted line drawn in. That one's a little hard to see. You see, like here, I'm going to pass the line over where x is equal to 1. So x equals 1. Look at all the places it hits at. Which means if you were to plot down some coordinates for those spots, you would see repeating x values. And so that's what it means to fail it. Zoe. Oh. Okay. So all we're gonna do now is practice some of these ideas. Okay. Taking a look at graphs. So we're going to determine if each relation is or is not a function. Explain your reasoning. Is this a function? Yes or no? Yeah. Why? Amazing. Amazing. Yes. Passes the vertical line test. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, obviously on your Regents exam, right? Please write vertical line tests. Yeah. I get the point if you write it on my test, but the Regents you have to distinguish is very serious. You're being like perfect. Okay. Okay. Let's play again. Let's do 4. Let's do 4, right? Take a look. It's a bunch of circles, open circles. Oh, I'm sorry. Take a look. It's hard to distinguish. There's a closed circle and then a line drawn across. A closed circle, a line drawn across. Where is it? Closed circle. Hold on one second. So this is called a step function. It's called a step function. Let's talk about it for a minute. So can you sweep a line through and it only hit once?
Yeah, because it connects.
Yeah, it's like you were thinking they were going to hit twice here, but one's open and one's closed, so we're all good to go. This is definitely, yes, this is a function. Yes. You'd be all good staying. The only thing you'd have to worry about is if they were both closed. Yeah, like check it out. Like if this circle right here were closed, then you'd get this one and this one hitting at the same time. It would not be a function. What do you mean? When you sweep your hand through? Look at that. One is open and one's closed, so you're good. 2 closed, Carly, you're screwed. Not a function. 1 open, 1 closed, good to go. Okay? If they're both open, you're all good. The only thing you're really ever worried about is 2 closed spots, 2 circles. All right. So now we're going. Let's jump around. Let's go to 6. What do you think? Function, yes or no? Yeah, it's a function. Even though some people say, but like, look, the line over here is like at the same spot. No, it's just bent inwards slightly. That one's going to be hard to see, but you get the point. Yeah, this is a function. Yes, passes the vertical line test. Makes me hungry. Veggie, lettuce, tomato. Okay. Top-rated brand vegan. Okay. How about 8? How about 8? What is 8? It's not a function. Do you know what that's called? That shape? Yeah, we're going to call it an ellipse. An ellipse. You know that? Do you know, by the way, that this is so interesting. This is how the Earth travels around the sun. Do you know that? The Earth is like, the sun is located right here, and the Earth swings around, right? This is the summertime. And right now, we're in January. We're far out. That's why it's cold here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's where it's useful. Okay, so is this a function, yes or no?
No. But for the explanation, can you just say it's or do you have to say
You need to say no, fails the VLT, or the vertical line test.
a circle fails the VLT too, right?
Yep. Very smart, Carly. So now we're going to get towards the point where they're no longer going to give you a picture, they're going to give you an equation. And not only are they going to ask you whether something's a function or not, they're going to ask you later on in maybe like 2 or 3 days, find for me the domain and range just from the equation itself. And it's going to be a little weird. Right now, let's just talk about, is this a function? Do you know, is that a function, yes or no?
I don't know. That's because there's only one x value. Oh wait, no, because there's two x values.
It is a parabola. Very nice. You already knew the shape just from looking at the equation. Let's go into this. Parabolas are always functions. Oh, that's not a parabola.
Oh snap! I thought it was just like. What is that on the side?
Actually, I don't know if that, to be honest with you, I hate saying that. Does a parabola laid sideways count as being a parabola? I want to say, yeah, it's parabolic. It's U-shaped. So maybe you're right, Carly. Maybe they sometimes are and they sometimes aren't. But when they look like this is always a function. It's U-shaped. Yes, this is a function. It passes the vertical line test. Yeah, good job, Carly. Passes the vertical line test. Okay. Let's play again. How about something like this? How about something like this? What do you think? It was a parabola, right? Let's go back. It was a parabola. Remember, it was U-shaped. It was U-shaped. Yeah. That passes the vertical line test. Now let's deal with 12. Remember, we talked about even and odd powered functions, right? What's this thing look like? Does anybody remember? Ah, we do. It's either U-shaped or it's S-shaped. What do you think? It's a really ugly U. The higher the power it starts with, the more bends in the middle of the U. There would be Ripley in the middle. 3x raised to the fourth plus x raised to the third minus 2x plus 1. Oh, no, I did plus 11. That sucks. That's annoying. No. It's because... Okay. There we go. And if you zoomed in, this area over here wouldn't be perfect symmetric. No, you can even see it's kind of a little bent. In any event, is this a function? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Would it pass the vertical line test just looking at it? Good. Yeah, yes. Passes the vertical line test. I got another question for you, right? So you notice for most of the equations I've just been putting in the calculator, they've all been functions, right? That happens to be because your calculator really only graphs functions. So if you can put an equation into your calculator and look at the graph, it is indeed a function. Well, for instance, those people that get bored in class and like to draw on their calculator, I would argue that try and draw a circle in your calculator just using equations. You'll find that it's not impossible, but it's really hard because a circle is not a what? It's not a function. Yeah. So let's play again. Let's play again, right? Which one of these guys is not onto? Why? Look at that. 71 got left out. This one right here, not onto. Not onto. Okay. Up. Let's do 18. 18, and I'm giving you your homework, and we're done. Joseph is pushing his little brother Ivan on the swings, and Ivan wants to go higher and higher. If Joseph keeps pushing him higher and higher, which graph represents the function in which Ivan's height above ground is dependent on time elapsed? Well, hold on one second. Before we just give away the answers, who in here likes science? Okay, who in here has taken a science class before? Good. You know that you've had to do some graphs in your science class, right? Which variable goes on the x-axis, the dependent or the independent? Independent. And what's always graphed on the x-axis normally in science? What kind of thing do you always kind of measure? Starts with a T. Time. Time is the independent variable. Time is always really going to be on the x-axis. Just so you know, it's going to come up in math too. The dependent variable is the y. Okay, all right. So which one? So he's pushing them higher and higher, and over time, I guess he's going to be going higher and higher and higher. What do you think? What's he doing in 2? I don't know. I mean, I like the way 2 looks. It's just he's not going any higher. Right? Think about it. He's going up. He's coming down. And then he's going up harder. And then he's coming back down. And then he's pushing up. And then he's coming back down. Does it sound like 1? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I would argue that the swing is like a pendulum, right? And so it's going to hit like imagine you're on your swing, right? You hit your feet at the ground at a certain point and you push back off. You might go a little bit higher, but ultimately you're hitting the ground. So which one do you think? Is it 1 or is it 3? Dude, I think it's 3. Yeah, you got to go back to your starting point. You got to go back to your starting point. A little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. It's got to be 3.